welcome to the deep dive. We often look for wisdom in, well, expected places, but sometimes the most potent insights come from figures who've just lived extraordinary lives across totally different arenas. And today, let's unpack this. We're exploring Arnold Schwarzenegger's blueprint for success. We're looking at his speeches, his life story. I mean, the journey itself is kind of incredible, isn't it?
It really is, from a small Austrian village to, well, Mr. Olympia, global movie star, governor of California. It's staggering.
Exactly. And the key thing here is how he frames it. Not as luck or, some kind of magic, but as a deliberate strategy.
A blueprint.
A repeatable process almost. That's what's so compelling.
So our mission today, for you listening, is to really pull out those core ideas, the actionable stuff from Arnold's, frankly, wild journey, and see how these principles might spark something for your own goals, whatever they are. Looking into this, what really struck me was the sense that this wasn't accidental. He seems to have operated with this internal blueprint from early on. It feels less like theory and more like hard-won knowledge, right? Oh, absolutely. It's drawn from lived experience. Highs, lows, massive pivots. That gives it a certain weight, a practicality you don't always find.
And that practicality makes it resonate, I think. It's not just for bodybuilders or actors.
No, not at all. It's surprisingly universal. Whether you're, starting a business, studying for exams, creating art, the core concepts seem to land. And his delivery, that energy, it just hits hard. It feels authentic.
Okay, so let's get into the framework itself. His 6 rules of success. This is where it gets really interesting. Rule number 1, trust yourself. That sounds simple, but what does it really mean in practice?
Well, it's foundational, isn't it? He puts it very directly. You have to dig deep down and ask yourself, who do you want to be? Not what, but who.
The who versus the what. That's a key distinction.
It is. Think about his own story. Deciding as a kid in Austria, where bodybuilding wasn't really a thing, that he'd be the greatest. That level of self-belief, that internal vision. It's about defining your identity first, almost irrespective of external validation or, expectations.
So you start with that deep self-trust. And then, rule 2 is kind of provocative. Break the rules. What's he getting at there? It sounds a bit risky.
Yeah, it catches your attention, but he adds that crucial clarification. Break the rules, not the law.
Okay, important difference.
Very.
Yeah.
It's not about anarchy. It's about challenging convention, thinking differently, recognizing that if you want an extraordinary outcome, you probably can't just follow the ordinary path everyone else is on.
So finding your own way, essentially.
Exactly. Like when he came to America, he didn't just see bodybuilding as the end goal. He saw it as a platform, a stepping stone to entertainment, business, that was unconventional thinking back then for that field. He broke the rules of what a bodybuilder is supposed to do next.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, rule 3 hits on something huge. Don't be afraid to fail. This is a big one for so many people. How does Arnold frame failure?
It's fascinating. He almost embraces it. His quote is, "You can't always win, but don't be afraid of making decisions." Failure isn't the opposite of success for him. It's part of the path to success.
So like data points, learning opportunities.
Precisely. He saw setbacks, a movie bombing, a business deal falling through as just feedback, information. He knew that big achievements involve risk, and risk inherently involves the possibility of failure. He wasn't paralyzed by that possibility. He just kept moving, kept deciding.
And when you're taking risks and maybe stumbling, you're definitely going to attract critics.
Yeah.
Which leads right into rule number 4. Ignore the naysayers. How did he handle people doubting him?
He's very blunt about this one. He often says, if I had listened to them, I would still be in Austria. He basically understood that doubt from others is often just a reflection of their limitations, not yours.
So don't internalize it.
Right. Don't argue. Don't try to convince them. Just use it. Let their skepticism become your fuel. Prove them wrong with your actions. That was his approach.
Okay, rule 5. This one feels very Arnold. Work like hell. We all know he had an incredible work ethic, but phrases like sleep faster sound almost impossible. Is it just about grinding nonstop?
Well, the intensity is definitely there. He says, there is no magic pill. You have to work your butt off. There's no shortcut around the effort.
Right.
But it's not just about sheer hours, though there were plenty of those. It's about focused, intense, deliberate work. When he was training, he wasn't just lifting weights. He was visualizing the win, pushing past pain barriers with a clear goal in mind.
So intensity plus intention.
Exactly, that combination. While sleep faster is obviously hyperbole, it captures that relentless mindset. Success, for him, requires an almost obsessive level of focused hustle. No compromises on the work.
And then the final rule, number 6. give something back. This sometimes feels like an afterthought in success discussions, but he clearly sees it as essential. Why is that?
Yeah, it really rounds out his philosophy. He says, whatever path you take in your life, you must always find time to give something back. It broadens the picture.
How so?
It suggests that true success isn't just personal accumulation of wealth, fame, whatever. It's also about impact, contribution, using your platform or your success to lift others or serve a larger community.
Like his time as governor or philanthropy.
Exactly. It's about completing the circle. Success gives you the means, maybe even the obligation, to contribute beyond yourself. It adds another layer of meaning to the whole endeavor.
Beyond those 6 rules, he has so many memorable lines that just stick with you, don't they? Little nuggets of his philosophy.
Oh, definitely. No pain, no gain.
Okay.
It's cliche now, but it captures that essential link between effort, discomfort, and growth, not just physically, but in any challenging pursuit.
Right. It applies everywhere.
And you can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Such a great visual, isn't it? It underlines that active engagement, that hustle we talked about. You have to reach out, grab the opportunities.
Like action.
Precisely. And his call to think outside the box just keeps reinforcing that break the rules idea. Innovation doesn't come from sticking to the tried and true. You have to be willing to explore unconventional approaches.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway for you listening right now? Arnold's blueprint, pulled from this incredibly varied life, it really does offer this potent, actionable guide. It's about vision, effort, resilience.
And that crucial element of contribution, too.
Absolutely. It's a whole package for aiming high and, maybe more importantly, achieving those aims intentionally.
Which brings us to a final thought, perhaps something for you to chew on. Considering Arnold's rules, especially trust yourself and break the rules. What's one rule, maybe an assumption, an expectation, something you've just always followed that might actually be holding you back right now?
That's a powerful question.
And what might happen if you decided to question it, maybe even break it? How could trusting your own inner voice, your unique vision, start to shape your own blueprint for success?